Supreme Court says huge investment made by companies in coal blocks without getting clearance cannot be a ground for not cancelling license. CBI registers 2 fresh cases in coal block allocation issue. Opposition parties accuse Samajwadi Party's UP government for wasting public money on foreign tours of ministers and MLAs. Slams it for holding extravagant Safai Mahotsav even as Muzaffarnagar riot victims are living in harsh conditions. Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh assures Indian diaspora that country's economy is heading for good times, emphasizes on their importance to India while addressing the 12th edition of the Pravasi Bharati Divas. India asks US to stop commercial activities from its embassy premises. Diplomatic vehicles to be penalized for traffic offences. And record low temperatures in North America leaves 21 dead as polar vortex grips US. Over 190 million affected, travel and businesses badly hit. Hello and welcome to Doordarshan News. I am Sidhant. Let's go straight to our top stories. The Supreme Court has said that huge investment made by companies in coal block without getting clearance cannot be a ground for not cancelling licenses. The court also asked the centre to respond whether it intends to deallocate such allocations. Meanwhile, Congress-ruled Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh told the court that coal block allocation is entirely controlled and regulated by the Union of India.
The threat to cancellation of licenses of 29 private coal blocks looms large. The Supreme Court on Wednesday said huge investment made by companies in coal blocks without getting clearance cannot be a ground for not cancelling licenses. The apex court asked the centre to respond whether it intends to deallocate those blocks which were without Environment Ministry's clearance, mining lease and reconnaissance permit. However, the Attorney General G. Vahanvati contended that around Rs 2 lakh crore has been invested in such blocks and it will be difficult to cancel the license for want of clearances. A 3-judge bench headed by Justice R.L. Lodha said that the companies which invested money on blocks without getting all clearances took the decision at their own risk. The Madhya Pradesh state government's stand assumes significance as it virtually puts the blame on the centre for the alleged irregularities in the coal blocks allocation and contradicted the stand taken by Attorney General G. Vahanvati, who had contended that centre's role is confined just to identification of coal block. The apex court said any investment made in anticipation of clearances cannot be justified and such blocks cannot be protected if the companies fail to get clearances within a time frame fixed under the law. The Attorney General had in September 2013 submitted that coal blocks allocation was merely a letter of intent and does not confer any right to the companies over the natural resource which is decided by the state government. The Supreme Court will hear on this matter on Thursday after the CBI submits its status report. With Bureau Inputs, Vikas Sarthi's report, DD News.
The CBI has registered 2 fresh cases in the coal block allocation case against BLA Industries, Castron Technologies, Castron Minings and others. It has named BJP leader Anup Agarwal and his firm BLA Industries Limited in one of the 2 FIRs lodged by it. Agarwal is the son of former Rajya Sabha MP P.K. Agarwal and is a permanent invitee to the Jharkhand State Working Committee of BJP and special invitee to party's national executive. Meanwhile, raids were conducted at many locations in Delhi, Mumbai and Kolkata, among other places.
CBI has registered 2 fresh cases in connection with alleged irregularities in allocation of coal blocks during 1993 to 2004. With this, the CBI has till now filed 16 FIRs in this case. The 15th and 16th FIRs in this case have mentioned names of BLA Industries, BLA Managing Director, Castron Technology, Castron Mining, some unknown public servants and private persons. Earlier as well, CBI had filed cases pertaining to Coalgate scam against many big companies which include AMR Iron Limited, Nagpur, GLD Yavatmal, Nagpur, Navbharat Power Limited, Hyderabad, Binni Iron and Steel Udyog Limited, Kolkata, JAS Infrastructure Capital, Kolkata, Naveen Jindal's company, Rathi Steel, as well as Kumaramangalam Birla's company. The CBI also conducted searches in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Dhanbad, Narsinghpur and Bhopal.
अगर दर्ज हुई होंगी तो उसकी इंक्वायरी होगी, इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगा, उसमें क्या है? कोई टाइम हो, एनडीए टाइम हो, यूपीए टाइम हो, उससे क्या फर्क है? जिसके खिलाफ दर्ज हुई होगी इंक्वायरी होगी.
The CBI probe into coal block allocation scam is being monitored by the Supreme Court. CBI will file status report before the Apex Court on 9th January. The status report will contain important information pertaining to missing files. Also, those cases whose probe is going to be completed will be known. Neeraj Singh's report, DD News, Delhi.
A 17-member delegation of the Uttar Pradesh government is on a 5-nation tour, drawing criticism from opposition parties. Opposition slammed state government for conducting the tour at a time when Muzaffarnagar riot victims were living in difficult circumstances in relief camps. The delegation, consisting of 8 members of the Akhilesh Yadav cabinet, is on a 20-day tour of Turkey, Netherlands, UK, Greece and the UAE to study parliamentary techniques in those countries.
Muzaffarnagar riot victims may well be shivering in the cold in these relief camps, left to fend for themselves. But that hasn't stopped a delegation of 17 MLAs and bureaucrats of Uttar Pradesh from leaving on what is officially being called a 5-nation foreign study tour. Leading the delegation is UP's Urban Development Minister Azam Khan. The entourage comprises 8 ministers including Raja Bhaiya, who was accused earlier of plotting the murder of a senior policeman in UP. 3 SP MLAs, 1 BJP MLA and 1 RLD MLA among others. The political opposition is up in arms over what they say is a pleasure trip on taxpayers' money.
मैं विदेश यात्रा के विरोध में नहीं हूं, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप जिस समय प्रदेश में संकट हो, उस संकट के समय आप विदेश में यात्रा करें.
The BJP too is critical of the study tour, even though its MLA Seema Dwivedi is part of the delegation.
जो लोग पीड़ित हुए उनके जख्मों पर मरहम लगाने के बजाय उस पर नमक छिड़कने का काम, और नमक ही नहीं बल्कि मिर्च छिड़कने का काम कर रहे हैं. और बेशर्मी की तो पराकाष्ठा तब हो जाती है कि जब एक तरफ इस तरह की घटनाएं हो रही हैं, दूसरी तरफ एक जहां पर जो है उत्सव मनाया जा रहा है, तीसरी तरफ स्टडी टूर किया जा रहा है. किस चीज की स्टडी करना चाहते हैं आप?
But unperturbed by the criticism, the SP has justified the tour.
जो परंपरा रहती है और राजनीतिक दलों का विदेश का आना जाना और दूसरे देशों के लोग एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जो मैत्री है, ये उसका हिस्सा है. ये धन की बर्बादी इसे नहीं कहा जा सकता, क्योंकि उसका एक दूसरे का अध्ययन करना बहुत आवश्यक है. दुनिया में बहुत सारे बदलाव हो रहे हैं.
The foreign trip of UP legislators has raised several questions. Why should any taxpayers' money at all be spent to finance the 5-nation tour, which reportedly has exotic locales as part of the itinerary? If it is supposed to be a study tour to study parliamentary practices in Commonwealth nations, why are 4 out of 5 countries not Commonwealth nations? Then, is it a junket at taxpayers' money in the garb of a study tour? And doesn't propriety and sensitivity demand that such trips not take place when riot victims are living in difficult conditions in relief camps, and many of them are staring at an uncertain future after a communal flare-up allegedly stoked by political parties? With Bureau Inputs, Shailendra Mishra's report for DD News.
The Akhilesh Yadav government of Uttar Pradesh invited opposition ire for one more reason: the extravagant Safai Cultural Festival. Opposition parties reacted sharply, questioning the timing of the event, saying people are dying of cold and riot victims in Muzaffarnagar camps are not living good conditions. Bollywood bigwigs like Salman Khan, Madhuri Dixit and others performed at the event. Besides Mulayam Singh, Samajwadi Party General Secretary Ram Gopal Yadav, UP Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav and several senior party leaders attended the program.
Riot victims in Muzaffarnagar may be trying hard to make ends meet after being displaced from their homes and evicted from relief camps. But the ruling party in UP is going all out to indulge in song, dance and entertainment as its first family's ancestral town, Safai in UP. It's Bollywood night at Safai Mahotsav on its culmination day on Wednesday. The SP government has reportedly spent close to 1 crore rupees to fly down top Bollywood stars and celebrities to Safai. The 14-day extravaganza at a time when Muzaffarnagar riot victims are staring at an uncertain future has evoked sharp political criticism.
मुलायम सिंह जी को फिल्मी कलाकारों से बड़ी रुचि है और उनमें बड़ी रुचि है उनकी, और आज से नहीं शुरू से मुलायम सिंह जी उनका परिवार फिल्म बॉलीवुड में बड़ा लोकप्रिय रहा है।
सैफई में मौज मस्ती, नाच गाना, यह उत्तर प्रदेश की संस्कृति बन गई है। सरकार की जनता पिस रही है और उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार के राजा आज मौज मस्ती में लगे हैं।
However, the SP has justified the festival, saying it will promote art and culture.
सैफई के लिए तो ये बात स्पष्ट हो जानी चाहिए कि ये उत्तर प्रदेश विशेष तौर पर ये जमुना गंगा संस्कृति का प्रदेश है। यहाँ लोक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम होते हैं, लोक परंपराएं हैं हमारी, और नई चेतना, नया समाज विकसित हो रहा है।
Safai Mahotsav is an annual star-studded gala event organized by the SP, for which 50 lakh rupees was allocated by the UP government in its supplementary budget for the last financial year. The question is, why should state funds and machinery be diverted for the event when Muzaffarnagar riot victims are far from rehabilitated and money is needed to improve even basic services in UP? With Bureau Inputs, Shailendra Mishra's report for DD News.
From Uttar Pradesh to Delhi, there was high drama at AAP headquarters in Kaushambi in Ghaziabad when 30 to 40 activists of a right-wing fringe group Hindu Rakshak Dal vandalized it. 12 people, including the group's national convener Pinky Chaudhary, have been arrested. After the attack, the group said that the attack was aimed at registering its protest against AAP leader Prashant Bhushan's remark that there should be a referendum in Kashmir over AFSPA.
AAP office in Kaushambi attacked, the party falling prey to the same dirty politics it has set out to clean up. A group of around 30 to 40 people armed with lathis, carrying flags and banners of Hindu Raksha Dal, a fringe outfit, vandalized the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters, flinging bricks and stones, breaking flower pots and tearing posters.
आपके कार्यालय में जो हमला हुआ है वो मुझे सुनने में आया है कि हमारे कार्यकर्ता भी हैं उसमें कुछ, और उसमें श्री राम सेना और लोकल गाजियाबाद का बजरंग दल के भी लोग हैं।
No one was hurt in the attack. The Aam Aadmi Party condemned the attack, demanding the arrest of the perpetrators of the attack. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said ransacking was not the answer to any issue.
ऐसा प्रतीत हो रहा है कि राजनीति की जा रही है, कि बार बार जब आम आदमी पार्टी ने अपना स्टैंड क्लियर कर दिया तो प्रशांत के बयान को बार बार उछाल के, और ये मुद्दा मरे ना, ये मुद्दा जिंदा रहे, बेसिकली इशू ये है।
The so-called protest was against AAP leader Prashant Bhushan's remarks on referendum in Kashmir. Bhushan had suggested a referendum to be held in Kashmir on the issue of withdrawal of AFSPA. His party had distanced itself from this remark, stating that it was not the party stand but Bhushan's personal opinion. AAP now claims the BJP was behind the attack.
ये सब ये दिखा रहा है कि आज भाजपा और ये संघ परिवार में आम आदमी पार्टी के रुझान से या आम आदमी पार्टी का जो उर्फान हुआ है देश में, उससे इतना ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गई है कि वो लोग अब हर तरह की हरकत पर उतर आए हैं कि तोड़ फोड़ करेंगे, मार पिटाई करेंगे। ये सब उनका पूरा चरित्र दिखाता है कि किस तरह के लोग हैं ये।
On its part, the BJP condemned the attack and denied any involvement.
जो भी इस तरह की घटना है उसको कोई जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकता, और इस पर आरोप प्रत्यारोप से बेहतर होगा कि जो भी कानूनी प्रक्रिया है उसके तहत कार्रवाई हो।
The Congress too denounced the attack, saying resorting to violence in the name of a protest was deplorable.
Any kind of protest against political parties should not be done in a violent form. There are many forms of expression to lodge a protest, and I think violence has no place in any kind of protest.
The police have registered a case against unknown persons and are trying to use the CCTV footage to identify the culprits.
We have got the information, and we have got some footage also from mobile and some footage CCTV which is installed there in the office. So we're trying to identify who are the culprits, who are the people who had come and did all these acts here.
This is only the beginning of the challenges that the giant-slaying debutante AAP may have to face in coming times. What will help is if the party stays away from making careless statements that lead to unnecessary controversies. Bureau Report, DD News.
Continuing with Delhi, Delhi's AAP government yesterday launched a helpline number to deal with corruption and promised action within 24 hours of sting operation to expose graft. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said anti-corruption helpline number will work from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. He said that his government will try to get a simpler 4-digit number in next few days. The helpline number is 011 2735 7169. He made it clear that the number is not a complaint number but a helpline number where people will be advised and explained by an anti-corruption department official on how to conduct a sting operation.
फोन नंबर है, ये फोन नंबर हेल्पलाइन नंबर है, कंप्लेंट नंबर नहीं है। ये इसको थोड़ा सा समझ लें। ये आपकी मदद करेगा, समझाएगा, एडवाइस देगा। ये एडवाइजरी नंबर है कि स्टिंग कैसे करना है, लेकिन आप उस पर कंप्लेन नहीं कर सकते। आप उस पर ये नहीं कह सकते जी मेरा राशन कार्ड नहीं बन रहा, मेरे से पैसे मांग रहे हैं। आपको तो पहले तो ये नंबर नोट कर लीजिए 011 273 57169।
On to news from the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh yesterday sought to dispel apprehensions of the Indian diaspora on the state of the economy, saying the country was heading towards better times and there is no reason to despair about its present or worry about the future. He assured the Indian diaspora that the government's decisions on infrastructure and fiscal reforms have started making impact and India is re-emerging as an attractive investment destination. The Prime Minister said upcoming elections will once again demonstrate to the world that the strength of our democracy, our institutions and our quest for a life of opportunity. He added that over past 10 years, our communication networks have expanded exponentially and much of rural India will be connected by broadband in very near future. He said that it was encouraging to see our youth from all walks of life not only articulate their expectations and aspirations but take actively to politics to shape their future. He said that it was government's priorities to provide open, transparent, accountable and clean government.
There is a perception in some quarters outside India that the country is losing its momentum of the past decade. This is also amplified by the political contestations here in India, which are inevitably louder in the election season that is now on the horizon. I wish to assure you that there is no reason to despair about our present or worry about our future. Indeed, as I have said earlier, we are heading into better times ahead, and I would urge you to remain engaged in the future of this country with confidence and optimism.
A delegation of Indian diaspora met Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh yesterday at his residence. The members of Indian diaspora are in Delhi to take part in the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas celebrations. 9 passengers were killed and several others injured when a blast ripped through 3 coaches of the Banda-Dehradun Express in Thane district in the wee hours on Wednesday. The fire erupted in one coach and soon spread to 2 other coaches when the passengers were sleeping at about 2:50 a.m. The blaze-affected coaches were S2, S3 and S4. The train continued on its journey later in the morning after 3 burnt carriages were detached and the fire was extinguished. Railway Minister Mallikarjun Kharge ordered an ex gratia of rupees 5 lakh rupees each to the next of kin of those killed. Rupees 1 lakh will be given to those injured seriously and 50,000 rupees to those who received minor injuries. The Commissioner of Railway Safety will conduct an inquiry into the fire incident. The 15th Lok Sabha will meet for the last time for a fortnight early next month to pass a vote on account budget ahead of the Lok Sabha elections expected to be held in April-May. The government also plans to ensure passage of some crucial anti-corruption legislation which have been flagged by Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi. Election Commission sources have indicated that Lok Sabha polls may be held in April-May in 5 to 6 phases. As per the convention, the government will get a vote on account passed and the new regime which will vote in will present a proper budget. The parliament session will be continuation of the winter session as both the houses were not prorogued.
We will have a session of about 15 days or 10 sittings. We are still deciding on the business. Of course, there is very important legislation which is a part of the Congress parties and the government's agenda to address the issue of corruption. We will be taking this up besides the vote on account and the railways vote on account.
India has asked the US to discontinue by January 16th commercial activities being undertaken from its embassy premises in New Delhi. India's action comes ahead of January 13 deadline for the indictment of Devyani Khobragare, who was arrested on visa fraud charges. The government has asked the embassy to stop commercial activities undertaken under the aegis of the American Community Support Association. These activities include restaurant, bar, video club, bowling alley, swimming pool, sports field, beauty parlor and a gym. Indian authorities have cited the provision of such commercial facilities to non-diplomats as a violation of Article 41(3) of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. It is also understood that the US diplomatic vehicles will now attract penalties for all traffic-related offences such as unauthorized parking, red light jumping or dangerous driving. On to our next story. After quitting as the West Bengal Human Rights Commission chairman, Justice A.K. Ganguly yesterday broke his silence, saying his resignation does not mean he is guilty. Ganguly, a former Supreme Court judge, is facing allegations of sexual harassment of a law intern. He said that Supreme Court's 3-judge panel, which looked into the allegation, treated him very badly and unfairly.
Supreme Court has dealt with me very unfairly. In the initial setting up of a report committee and then a report, I have dealt with all these things in quite great detail in my letter to the Chief Justice of India. There is no charge against me as yet.
On to the US, an Arctic blast eased its grip on much of the eastern United States yesterday, with the winds calming and the weather warming slightly a day after temperature records, some more than a century old, shattered. Authorities reported at least 21 cold-related deaths across the country since Sunday. In a phenomena that forecasters said is actually not at all unusual, all 50 states saw freezing temperatures at some or other point yesterday. The big chill started in the Midwest over the weekend, caused by a twist in the polar vortex, the strong winds that circulate around the North Pole. The icy air covered about half the country by Tuesday. With the bitter cold slowing baggage handling and aircraft refueling, airlines cancelled more than 2,000 flights on Monday in the US, bringing the 4-day total to more than 11,000. With Makar Sankranti just a week away, the 26th edition of the International Kite Flying Festival was launched by the Gujarat Tourism in Mumbai. The festival aims at bringing kite lovers together from all across the world to compete in a joyous environment. Let's have a look at the wonderful event.
Brightly colored kites in striking shapes and unusual designs, some never seen before, dotted sky at the Priyadarshini Park today morning in Mumbai. For kite flying enthusiasts, it was the right place to be, as it was the venue of the 26th International Kite Festival. The festival hosted 40 professional kite flyers from France, Russia, Ukraine, Malaysia and Vietnam besides Indian masters. This was the third time the International Kite Festival was organized in Mumbai. Maharashtra BJP spokesperson and fashion designer Shaina NC inaugurated the event.
I'd like to compliment Gujarat tourism because I think that the way to unite people is through sport and through festivals. It's incredible that we have people from different parts of the world who are participating in Indian culture and in a festival like this.
इस फेस्टिवल में 95 डोमेस्टिक काइटिस और 27 कंट्रीज से आए हुए इंटरनेशनल काइटिस इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं और ये एक गुजरात की खुशबू को आगे ले जाने का एक गुजरात टूरिज्म का एक प्रयत्न है.
Indian flyers participating from the 10 states also showed off their considerable skills. The festival, which is being organized by Gujarat Tourism, will conclude on the banks of Sabarmati River in Ahmedabad on January 14th, which happens to be the festival of Makar Sankranti. Bureau Report, TD News, Mumbai.
Well, time now for the recap of the headlines. Supreme Court says huge investments made by companies in coal blocks without getting clearance cannot be a ground for not cancelling license. CBI registers 2 fresh cases in coal block allocation issue. Opposition parties accuse Samajwadi Party's UP government for wasting public money on foreign tours of ministers and MLAs. Slams it for holding extravagant Safai Mahotsav even as Muzaffarnagar riot victims are living in harsh conditions. Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh assures Indian diaspora that country's economy is heading for good times, emphasizes on their importance to India while addressing the 12th edition of the Pravasi Bharati Divas. India asks US to stop commercial activities from its embassy premises, diplomatic vehicles to be penalized for traffic offences. And record low temperatures in North America leave 21 dead as polar vortex grips US, or 190 million affected, travel and business badly hit. Well, that's all in this edition of the Bulletin, but you can catch all the news on our Twitter. That's a Twitter handle at DD News Live round the clock. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.